Hey there! Today I'm sharing how I made this amazing watercolor painting. As many times before, I'm starting with watercolor, which I always do and recommend when I'm doing projects with a lot of water. I start by adding some drops of water onto my watercolors and just leave them a little bit to soak in, so I could mix them very well and get also a nice pigmentation onto my brush. Unfortunately, I missed filming the first blue paint layer, but I did it in the same way as I did the other ones after that. I used 3 colors next to each other on the color wheel to create a nice gradient from magenta to blue. To get a nice saturation of the colors, I used 2 layers of paint and I blow dried them in between. Next, I prepare my background for the following steps by adding some water and dabbing it away with a paper towel. The reason I do this is it helps lightening up the background on those areas where I want to place my clouds later. This can help increasing the contrast between the darker background and the lighter clouds, and I also don't have sharp edges as I would have with using masking tape or masking fluid. Now you can see me building up the clouds layer by layer, and it took me several layers to do this until my clouds were also very opaque. To be honest, sometimes I wasn't very happy with the result in between, But in the end, I had very much fun playing around with the colors and building up this painting. And in the end, I was very, very happy with the results I had. I faded the colors to the right side and to the bottom more and leave them more opaque on the top and on the left side of the clouds because I wanted to have my light source on the top left corner so everything makes sense in the end. Now it's time to add more details, so I grabbed my acrylic marker, shaked them very well, activated them and placed them onto my marker airbrush so I could do some little sprinkles all over the piece and they should represent little stars. On the top right corner, I painted the moon with my acrylic marker. The reason I used the acrylic marker for the moon is because it stands out more against the watercolors, which are diluted with water. But something to consider as well is that my acrylic marker is water-based, so it can dilute my watercolor paint layers underneath. You can see that this happened to me as well because my moon isn't completely white. This isn't a big problem, it's just something to know about and maybe because you have to add some more layers as usual. I added a final layer to my moon and I used this layer to shade the moon a little bit. And then I used a final layer on my clouds, especially to some clouds, because I didn't like that they were not as much outstanding as I wanted them to be. In addition to the smaller stars, I added some larger stars to have a nice variety and to represent a little bit better the night sky. I am using 2 tip sizes here because the larger one didn't work out well. And now I'm very happy with the final result. Now that everything is done and I am very happy with the end result, it's time to carefully remove the masking tape from the edges. Here you can see me doing the final touch-ups and now you can see the final result. I'm very happy and amazed about how this piece turned out. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and leave a like down below, and see you next time. Bye!